Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here, and this is gonna be my first collection video of 2024. Besides the Switch one that I did a few days before, but I named it out of 2024. Today, we're actually gonna dedicate this entire collection to the Game Boy Advance. Last year, I have actually done an entire Game Boy series collection that includes Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. But I decided why not just dedicate a video just to my Game Boy Advance collection. I actually did got a couple new games within the last year or so that you probably haven't seen before in that video. And yeah, I'm glad to say that Game Boy video has been getting a lot of views as well. One of my most viewed videos on this channel. Thanks a lot for all your support, honestly. Okay, so without further ado, let's go to our entire Game Boy Advance collection, as we always want to say. So I'm gonna point out a few games that are actually reproductions because I have a handful of them in my collection. So I'm gonna be transparent with you on all this, letting you know that if I don't say that it is a reproduction cartridge, then they're authentic for sure, and I know that for a fact. Okay, let's get started. Let's start off with the Pokemon game, shall we? We're gonna start off with Pokemon Sapphire right here. Can you see it? Yep. The time clock needs to be replaced, the battery, so I may have to do that later. I also have Fire Red. As you could probably see, this thing is kind of faded if you saw my Pokemon collection recently. Also got Pokemon Emerald. This is a reproduction cart, so just letting you know right now. It does look legit, right? But this is actually a reproduction card, so there we go. And then I'll show off my two Kirby games, the only two Kirby games that has ever been released on the Game Boy Advance. And this one is one of my most favorites of all time. You probably know why if you have watched my channel for a while. Got Super Mario Advance 1. This is containing Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Advance 2. This contains Super Mario World. Super Mario Advance 3, which contains Yoshi's Island. And Super Mario Advance 4, which contains Super Mario Bros. 3. Quite a weird order that they have there, right? Another reproduction cart, Mother 3. And this is super obvious because this thing never got officially released to the Western audience. These people, Nintendo never made these cartridges. It was third parties that wanted an English translation to be dubbed here. And yeah, it works great. It works amazing. The English cartridge fan translation. It might as well be official at this point because that's the whole history behind it. I don't know how Nintendo's gonna replicate that. I'm pretty sure they'll do a good job. Nobody knows if the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance will actually finally release this game. Like, come on. You have that opportunity. Release it. But if not, then I have it here. Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 right here. I'm still looking for the third one. And I should have gotten the third one when I was in Power Up Games, so that was my mistake there. Definitely next time I see it, I'm gonna snag it for sure. I got WarioWare, the very first WarioWare game that ever came out. And I also got WarioWare Twisted, where you could actually move the Game Boy Advance itself, because it has a rumble feature built in right here. Another game for the Game Boy Advance that had some sort of rumble or motion feature is this, Yoshi Tops and Turvy. I'm not sure if you ever heard of this game before. Not a lot of people know about this, by the way, but this is what the cartridge looks like, by the way. And the other side is white, and here is green. So, you know, it's a pretty unique cartridge, I would say. Two reproduction cards of Metroid. Yep, I had with a trade with a former friend a couple years ago. And here it is, guys. It must look pretty nice for a reproduction card. It has like transparent blue right there. I don't know why they're transparent blue, but you know, here it is, guys. Got them both. But I don't have the original one, so I got that at least. Got Mario vs. Donkey Kong right here. Mario Kart Super Circuit, you can see. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga right here. And this is the only Fire Emblem game I own for the GBA. I don't have the original Fire Emblem that was the first one to be localized, so here it is. The Sacred Stones. This is pretty rare these days. But what's even more rare than all that stuff that I just showed you is this game right here. Oh yeah, by the way, guess look how much I paid for it when I first got it. It was only 10 bucks back then. It was super cheap back then, right? And now look how much they're worth on eBay. Wow, so One Piece has gotten popular to the point that not only is One Piece is almost 1100 episodes long, but it's gonna have a remake on Netflix called The One Piece. and it has a One Piece live action that came out a few months ago. And ever since the popularity of One Piece has boosted up as of recent, this game has been going up in price because this is a darn good game to start off. Like, it's pretty much a 2D platformer beat 'em up, as you can see here. I can't stress it enough that One Piece is my most favorite anime of all time now, and for good reason, honestly. Even though it had 1100 episodes long, but it still maintains to be amazing. There's not too much fillers in this whole thing, but yeah. If you want this game for your collection, I wish you the best of luck, honestly. If you ever find this cheap, get it instantly. Don't hesitate, don't think about it. Just get it, even if it's on credit. Get it, because I'm pretty sure even if you want to resell it, obviously, you know, you're definitely gonna make a lot of money out of this. But you know, just saying. Also got Rave Master, by the way. If you know Fairy Tail, this came before Rave Master. It was made by the same creator right here. I also got Bomberman Tournament right here. It's kind of like Zelda Link Awakening and Link to the Past, but in Bomberman style. I got 2 Yu Yu Hakusho games right here. Yu Yu Hakusho is my other top 3 favorite animes after One Piece and Dragon Ball. So there it is. And I also got 2 Yu-Gi-Oh games right here. Yep. Actually, no, I have a 3rd Yu-Gi-Oh game. My bad. This is the one that I actually have a complete in box, but I'm going to show you the other games I have complete in box very soon. Well, to be honest, I don't have the manual for this. I only have the box and maybe an insert or so, but that's about it. But yeah, these are my 3 Yu-Gi-Oh games. There's still more Yu-Gi-Oh games I'm missing. There's quite a few of them on the Game Boy Advance, so you know, just saying. And I also got the Bible game, which I got not so long ago, like a couple months ago, in a store in Ponce, and they had it for like 10 bucks, and I'm like, well, this game is not the best for sure, but since it's about the Bible, I go to church and stuff, I want to have like this in my collection as part of gaming history, because they had this and the PS2 version, both the same name of the game, but they're both totally different games. One is the trivia and this one is an adventurer or something like that. So yeah, let's go on to show off the games that I have that actually comes with the case. So I have Zoid's Legacy right here. Here's the case and the game. I actually do have all the inserts, and this is another expensive game. Look at this. Yeah, Zoid's Legacy is very, very expensive. So here it is, guys. This is the manual. It's pretty much mint condition, and the inserts as well. So you get the idea. I used to have the Fire Red boxes, but when they went up in price, I did actually sold them for a decent amount of money, but I wish I would have held on to it a little bit more. I could have had way more money at that time, but it is what it is. I got Bomberman Max 2, both the case and the game. I don't have the manual for this. This is an empty box, by the way. So yeah, Two Brothers video pretty much. I also got Wario Land 4, both the game and the box. I believe I also have the manual for this one. Yep, these are the inserts. This is the game itself. It's pretty mint condition, I must say. So yeah, that's what I got here. Also, I got from Amazon a few years ago, F-Zero GP Legends. Both the box and the cartridge. I do have all the inserts as well, so I'm gonna show that real quick as proof. And these are all in pretty mint condition as well. These are all the inserts that came with it. So even the Game Boy Advance SP advertisement thingy. Really am happy about getting this complete. It's actually not that expensive still today, as far as I know, to get this thing. I don't know if F-Zero is gonna pick up later on, but definitely don't sleep on this. F-Zero GP Legends is very underrated, honestly. It's very good, actually. And I also got Mario Party Advance box game right here. I do have the manual as well, so let me show it off real quick. As you can see, it comes with the Game Boy Advance SP advertisement. It comes with this thing as well. It comes with the manual in pretty mint condition as well. Yep. And it also comes with this board game thingy that I never used, but here it is, guys. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Yep. Not a lot of people has this actually, because this thing didn't sold very well, but it's one of the very few games I actually got from GameStop complete in box while it was still new, pretty much. So next game we're gonna show up, and it's gonna be pretty much the last one if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Pac-Man Collection. This is the case. This is an empty case. There's no manual or inserts or anything like that, and the game itself. That's all I have pretty much. So yeah, another Two Brother videos one, because the games that I had from Two Brothers video, which is this, and this did not came with their manuals. Apparently, the guy who had it on rent for quite a long time, yeah, he may have thrown away the manual, so that kind of sucks. So, but you know, at least I have the cases here because they were on display in that video rental store back then. So I want to show you the Game Boy Advance that I have. Let me just show off a game. It'll be Kirby. This is no normal Game Boy Advance. In case you haven't watched the full review on this, I'll leave that video from the DXX archive channel in the description below if you want to know more about this Game Boy Advance of mine. But it is a bright lit screen. So let me go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, it has a backlight. It's very comfortable. Very good form factor. Still love it to this day. So you get the idea. Here's the back of this whole thing. So this is my main Game Boy Advance. It's the only Game Boy Advance I really own right now. I don't own an SP. I may get an SP at some point in the future, but I would like to get a customized one. But it's not really necessary right now because I like this form factor far more than the SP. The SP is good. It has the rechargeable battery and everything, but you know, with this backlit screen, it's just, you just can't beat this, honestly. You get the idea. And also, when in the flea market, like about a year or so ago, I also found this for $2. I gotta highlight this because this was a good find in the flea market, one of my best finds. It's just a case, yeah, it's just a normal case, but this was a launch case, I believe. This came out almost at the launch of the Game Boy Advance, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody wants to correct me there, feel free to do so. But yeah, if it's several Game Boy Advance games, the Game Boy goes in here. So yeah. Now, here's my overview of the entire Game Boy Advance collection. What do you guys think of my collection so far? I got about 30 something games, 35, 36, I believe around there. So it's not a very big collection, but it's not one of my smallest either, at least. So the Game Boy Advance is pretty big. It's definitely bigger than my Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, most likely. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about this. If you have Game Boy Advance games you want to recommend me to try to look for, hunt down. I know Mario Tennis is one of them for the Game Boy Advance. I'm still missing that game. I had a chance to get it in Zona Gamer, but I decided to skip on it because I wasn't so sure if the label was legit. But next time I see it and I know it's legit, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. And of course, I'm also looking for Donkey Kong Country 3 as well. And I'm looking for a few other games. Of course, Fire Emblem. Want to have that in my collection at some point as well. That one's pretty expensive. But of course, does not say expensive much here. If I really want something, I could save up money to get it no matter how expensive it is. So that's all I gotta say about this. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. If you're new to this whole thing. If you want to see other videos of mine in this channel related to game collecting, related to me going to other game stores, reviewing some underrated gems, sometimes streaming. I don't stream too much right now, but I may slowly get back to it. So, and that's all I have to say. Good luck if you're building up a Game Boy Advance collection. My advice to you is a lot of these games, especially the Mario games, are still pretty affordable and cheap. And there are game stores that still holds them out there. So if you look hard enough, if you have enough resources, you can find it. Or you can just get on eBay, of course. You know, it doesn't matter, whatever you like. But for me, personally, the remaining games I want for my collection, I want to hunt them down. I do not want to buy on eBay because it takes the fun out of the hunting. That's how I feel, at least. So that's all I have to say. Magbo says, good luck with the hunt. I hope that you find the games that you're looking for, especially if you're searching for games on the Game Boy Advance. And I'll see you all in the next time. Magbo Gaming out. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other related videos here as well. I also have a Discord server you can join for the video game collecting community and an Instagram you can follow as well. I even got some merch you may want to check out, my TeePublic link below. Hope to see you again soon.